The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it's all up next.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason. So now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
They go play action. Mills. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Ooh, with a juke. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are. And let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the #1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams they're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo now. And he'll just get rid of it. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mills. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Mills to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
A 1st down throw for Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, Mills. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the 1st half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounce it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. A little juke. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
From the 38, Mills. And he will fire the open man. It's DJ Moore. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Robinson up the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Off the play fake, Mills. This is caught, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with Robinson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Mills now. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Robinson sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Garoppolo. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Mills.
He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now Mills.
Wide open receiver, complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
Down at the 25.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Second down and a run by Robinson. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
18 more yards there and another 1st down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Garoppolo's throw complete there to Smith. It's down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And he's got it.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking yards out. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Garoppolo. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one. And it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how they handle that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mills now from the 50. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mills. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hand off now to Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. On 2nd and goal, Mills. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Mills. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They begin the drive with Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mills.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And it late as he couldn't reach back for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
2nd down, Mills. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. James Bradbury running in and finishing that play on the corner blitz. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Mills. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mills. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And that'll be incomplete. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, Mills. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he works works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the give here. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Mills. Had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Able to slither by. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On play action, Mills. He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mills. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action now, Mills. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mills. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third and long for Mills. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. To throw, Mills. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They run. Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete. Smith has it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. He's got Smith here.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They run with Sanders off the option.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to the 42, 2nd down. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Robinson with another carry.
And some room to run now. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
James Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And some room to work.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Caught right side, Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.